Hello everybody, today I'm going to talk about Super Smash Bros. On the N64. Now, I've played tons of matches of Super Smash Bros. Melee, and I decided to revisit the first one just to see how good or bad this game has aged, and I gotta say, wow, this game has aged extremely poorly. But what do I mean? Let me talk about it, shall we? So, Super Smash Bros. Is a fighting game on the N64 where basically you pick from 8 or 12 once you unlock Nintendo characters, and you go in an arena and you fight. It has a multiplayer mode and a very bare-bones single-player mode where you just are given stages like a better arcade fighting game like Tekken, Virtua Fighter, Mortal Kombat, or the like. The game has a very, very, very limited selection of content. Like I said, there's only 12 fighters, and the graphics also aren't the best either. However, the graphics just look like your average N64 game. But the graphics aren't the main problem with this game. I mean, considering how they run at 60 FPS most of the time, unless you're in a 4-player brawl with lots of stuff happening, they could be much worse. But, good lord, this game sucks when it comes to gameplay. Now, while the core gameplay mechanics aren't too bad, the controls flat out ruin this game. You see, Smash Bros. Was designed around the N64 controller, and that is a total disaster. Because as you can clearly see, fighting is a pain with this controller, especially due to the fact that there's only 2 buttons, a bunch of C buttons, and a few triggers. Like 2 of them, and that's it. And the analog stick is terrible on the N64 too. I swear, the N64 controller has got to be the worst designed controller I've ever used in the history of gaming. And it shows when you're playing this game because the controls in this game are flat out trash. Executing combos is a lot harder than it is on the GameCube version because there's only 2 buttons, so you have to mash the buttons over and over trying to wonder what the hell you're doing. And it makes it worse because, well, it's just flat out clunky. Picking up items can be a pain too because you'll press every button on the controller trying to find out what does what, and it's a pain. Sometimes I try to hit B doesn't work like it does on the GameCube version when I tried it. It's just clunky. I mean, the game might have been alright-ish, but the fact is the controller just breaks the game. I mean, the GameCube one had much better controls than this garbage does. Because this game's aged poorly. So not only is there the limited amount of content, but the fact is the game controls just so badly. So even once you get past the graphics that look like your average N64 game, it just holds up horribly compared to the later games. I mean, the GameCube one is like 4 million times better than this because it actually has controls that work. And I mentioned that the frame rate can bounce around in 4-player matches with lots of action going on, especially with 4 players that are humans and not bots. Because all in all, the music and the stages are just the normal Nintendo stuff, and so are the characters. So if you like them, you'll like this. If you don't like them, you won't like this. But other than that, what else can I say? This game is straight up aged horribly. It's a bad game if you're just looking for some fun with friends. If you want fun with friends, just buy the GameCube one, because that is so much better than this. And if you wonder why I'm sucking, like I said, the controls physically hurt. That's all. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.